just tuning in, actually, Philippine Nars podcasts are available through PHLV Facebook, Spotify, iHeart and Apple Podcast, and Amazon Fire TV On Demand. So thank you for joining us today. Okay, so today we are going to explore the popularity of a TENS unit, TENS. TNS is a Transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation device, and it is battery operated, and that could help treat some types of pains. And it comes with very few risks. So, especially, I guess, in comparison to pills which are used for pain control. So today, our guests are here to talk about that particular subject. Please welcome from the company called PainPod, Mr. Tom Ivascanin and Mr. Alden Crowley. Welcome, gentlemen.
Hi, Doris. Thanks for having us.
Good. I'm so glad you're here. So anyway, let us have you tell our listeners about yourself. Let us start with you, Tom.
Sure. Basically, I'm from Australia, and we started this business, the PainPod business in Australia, and we found that it was helping so many people with pain, and there was many who got off their painkillers totally. And as we all know, that painkillers not only kill the pain, but they kind of destroy the body as well.
So you're from Australia, but are you living there now, or are you in Hawaii or Las Vegas?
Yes, I live in Hawaii right now, and our head office is here in Las Vegas. So this is where we operate from Vegas.
Cool. So for all of you, Mr. Tom Ivascanin is the founder and CEO of PainPod.
Correct.
So thank you for coming here.
Thank you.
And then Alden, so you're a Las Vegan, right?
Yes. I've been here in Las Vegas for 20 years now.
20 years?
Yes. Born and raised on the Big Island, though, so where Tom currently resides.
Okay.
And, yeah.
And as you all know, Las Vegas is the ninth island, is what they're saying.
Correct.
Very large Hawaii community here.
Yes.
So we're not homesick.
So you're not homesick?
No.
Okay, all right.
I am. I'm homesick. I miss the weather. I mean, it's pretty hot out here today.
You miss the ocean.
The ocean, yes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And are you originally from Australia?
I was born in Croatia, immigrated to Australia when I was 11. I won't tell you what year that was.
We won't divulge any ages today.
Thank you, yeah. But yeah, so immigrated to Australia and finally moved to the U.S. in 2017. 2017,
okay. So Tom, being the CEO of PainPod, can you tell us the story of your company?
Okay, sure. Look, back in 2009 and 10, there was a lot of the GFC, the global financial crisis that was going on, and the Australian government basically opened up a program where they were trying to help people not to be struggling through those hard times, and it worked out really good, where we made a lot of money from that program, and I decided to take the family because we were working really hard, basically 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. After about 12 months of that, I decided to take the kids to Disneyland because I was always at work, and then at Disneyland for me in Las Vegas. And so when I arrived here, I had a problem with a frozen shoulder, and I was in one of the shops, and they put a device on me which I've never seen before, which I understand today is a TENS device.
Correct.
And my frozen shoulder just disappeared, and I'm thinking, well, what is this device? So I decided to look into it. Found where it was manufactured, and called them up and asked them if I could have exclusives for Australia. And
nice.
So we secured that, And what I noticed when we started promoting it in Australia, about 6 out of 10 people were getting the same results as I was, but the others weren't, and I couldn't understand why. And so we decided to go to the university and get the professors there, sports medicine doctors and physios and chiropractors there, to look at it and tell me why some got great results and the others didn't. And when they looked at it, they says, "Look, Tom, you've got a TENS device. TENS is only good for pain, and it doesn't work on everybody." Because of the frequencies, and I didn't understand much of it, but they started explaining how the frequencies work, and they says if you just put EMS, which stands for electronic muscle stimulation, with the TENS, if you combine those, then you will have a device that will work on about 90% of the people. Well, the results, about 95% of people get relief from pain, from the pain pod now.
I see. So you created the company, and now it is what it is.
It sure is. And just to kind of explain a little bit of difference of TENS and our product, just a little bit. Basically, TENS has been around for many years.
Right.
Yes, and people who own them and use them, they use them for about 2 or 3 months, and they seem to say, look, it's not working anymore. And the reason it's not working anymore is because the brain picks up the signals, and the whole idea behind the pain pod is to close a pain gate. So if you took a strong codeine or a painkiller, 15 minutes later you feel no pain. Well, what the TENS does, it does the same thing. It tricks the brain to closing the pain without any drugs or any side effects, and so you're pain free for 8, 10, 15 hours.
Very good. Well, you just explained what actually the difference is between a TENS unit and your product. But let me get to Alden for a minute. How did you get involved?
Yeah, sure. We met in Hawaii on the Big Island earlier this year, and we had the opportunity to spend a couple hours together and sharing he told me about his business, and I was telling him about what we do, and we just had a great synergy, and we quickly realized that we could utilize each other's contacts and resources to help launch PainPod here in the U.S. And it's just when he was telling me about the units that he's developed, he's developed a long list of FDA approved devices that is basically a drug-free solution to pain management.
Right.
And I just was like, wow, that's amazing. I mean, the especially with I was thinking about our veterans. Our veterans are just getting hooked on painkillers. And it's just I immediately saw that opportunity to help veterans, and again, a drug-free solution to pain management is just an amazing system. And Tom also is a big philanthropist. He's donated a lot of units to different medical facilities around the world, and he sits on a few on the board of a few large organizations, and he's just
I was
we share
reading
the same
that
passion.
about you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, that is really pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's really important to look at alternative, treatments or ways of not utilizing pills in order to provide relief for pain. So you were just, and your company is one of those companies that has provided people a choice. So you had mentioned a little bit about TENS units. So the difference between a TENS unit, which is a TENS unit works by delivering small electrical impulses through electrodes that are connected to adhesive pads. Is that right? Right. Okay. And then you attach them to a person's skin, and then this impulses will go to the nervous system.
The frequencies at the end,
and
the
it will then reduce the ability of the nervous system to transmit pain signals.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it works, right? I mean, that's what I understand it works. So what is the what kind of symptoms? Let's go with the TENS unit first, and then we'll discuss your products. So your product, the pain pod, adds something else to the TENS unit, which is the electromagnetic
EMS, electronic muscle stimulation.
muscle stimulation.
And the reason that works so well is because, just picture this. When we get an injury, your body actually protects itself. It tightens up. All the muscles tighten up, so you don't, create more injury on top of that injury.
Okay.
And so that restricts the blood flow going to that damaged area. As we know, the body is actually pretty good at healing itself. As a kid, when you cut yourself, and you see all the red around that cut, that's the body sending a bunch of blood out there, bringing nutrients in to get rid of the infection and then heal that scab. So the body is good at doing that. When the muscles tighten up, it restricts the blood flow, and so it takes a lot longer for the body to try and heal that injury. By EMS, electronic muscle stimulation, it loosens up the muscles, so all those little blood vessels can bring in nutrients to that area. And that's why you see athletes today, 30 years ago, they'd be off the field, for 3, 4, 5 months. Now they're 2 or 3 weeks and they're back on the field. So it's the same kind of technology.
Yeah. So I'm actually having issues with my neck and my shoulder, and I had to go to a chiropractor this past week, and he said he couldn't even adjust me because he said my muscles were so tense, and so he said, let's open you up a little bit. So this is what that is?
That's exactly what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
Correct. You just put it on that shoulder, and after about 15 to 20 minutes, it depends on how stiff it is, it will weaken that muscle up where the muscle will just totally relax, and once it relaxes, those vessels, blood vessels, can actually bring in nutrients, like I say, to heal you. And many people suffer with migraines because of the tension here.
Right.
And if you were to say, use this, on a daily basis where you can get rid of that tension, you will find that headaches and all that and migraines wouldn't come as frequently.
Hey Doris,
awesome.
I have a unit right here, and I would love to.
1 minute.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
You're going to make me as a guinea pig, huh?
He's ready.
I'm
having a little issue
really
here,
quick.
so we'll see. Okay, so Alden, tell me what kinds of symptoms can a TENS unit or your unit, when can they be of help? What kind of pain?
Absolutely. Pain Pond has developed a long line of products. There's these belts that you can put on your back, and again, it has
back pain.
Yeah, back pain, carpal tunnel. There's Tom's developed these beautiful gloves. I think the glare is a little bit bad on the box, but
we'll get to that.
Here's the gloves. Carpal tunnel
Yeah, and arthritis. A lot of people
joint
have
pain,
joint
neck
pain,
pain,
and all that. Yes, it relieves that as well.
And also the socks. You want to go a little bit more into detail with the socks too?
We'll get to your products in a minute.
Okay, excellent.
So that's good. So the benefits then of a TENS unit is it's a non-invasive method of relieving pain, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything else to add to that?
Look, it's been used in many hospitals back in the 60s and all that, and obviously there's a lot of drugs on the market now, and people just seem to just pop a pill. It's quicker.
Yeah.
However, as we know what the pill does, I mean, you take this pill for a migraine, and then you'll have to take another pill for your kidneys because it's affected your kidneys, and another one for that. So it just kind of spirals downwards.
And they're portable too.
Very portable.
Very portable.
Good point. Thank you for bringing that up, because you can carry it with you anywhere, and you can use it for up to about 20 hours before you have to charge it, which is a great amount of time.
That's good. And if I may say, all of the TENS units available now are all FDA approved, correct?
All of our products are FDA approved. I won't say all TENS. approved out there, but our products are all approved. The TENS, the EMS, microcurrent, and yes, we've got certificates for every one of them.
Yes, that's great.
Otherwise, we couldn't bring them out here
Oh,
into
no,
the US.
not at all. You can go to their website.
Yes, there you go. Check us out.
You can check them out.
Yes.
So, okay, so tell us about your products.
Yeah, sure. Again, PainPod has developed a long line of FDA-approved items, and the gloves, as we stated a few minutes ago, are really great for carpal tunnel and arthritis.
Poor circulation.
That's right.
Really?
And if you've got even they say restless feet, but some people have got pins and needles in their hands as well. It's so good for that as well.
And also trigger finger as well.
Trigger finger,
Yeah.
that's the word
That's
I was
right.
looking for. Thank
Trigger
you.
finger.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right, so you have the gloves.
Oh, yeah.
What else you got?
And we have socks. The socks are amazing. And these gloves and socks, they have
Like a silver lining going through it, which you can actually feel throughout your whole hand or your feet. It's like little. How do we call them? Yeah, it is like a silver lining that goes through it, and it just you can feel the frequencies and the wavelengths
frequency
through
there.
the sock. Yeah,
That's right.
The
That's right.
little micro impulses.
correct. You
Say.
can actually
Right.
your whole foot.
Okay, and all of these, they have to be hooked up to pads and electrodes and all
That's
that,
right.
right?
You have to hook it up to this little PainPod device. It looks like a little phone. It's the size of a phone. And again, this is the device that sends the microcurrents to the pads or the gloves or the socks. And there's 15 different settings where you can get deep tissue, all sorts of different pulses and frequencies. And what really sets this device apart from the others is Tom developed 3 settings where it cycles the 10 different pulses and frequencies one after another. So again, your brain never gets accustomed or used to those frequencies. And as Tom was saying earlier, that some of the other TENS devices, they only have a few different settings. And just like medication, your body builds up a tolerance.
Right.
And it's the same case with the other TENS units. And again, Tom did an amazing job, and his engineers developed.
Are you an engineer by background?
You know what? I'm glad he's given me so much credit. However, I did take it to all these. By the way, no, I'm not an engineer, but took it to the professionals at the university in Australia. University of Griffith University. It's a very large university. Anyway, and they're the ones who helped us. And the mode that he's talking about, we call it a combination mode. And as we mentioned briefly earlier, the TENS will last. A lot of people have TENS, but they put them away after 3 months because of the frequency. The brain picks it up and it says, I'm not going to close a pain gate. With the combination, the brain never knows what's coming. And that's what's made us apart from everyone else. This is what put us on the map globally, actually. And just with the socks, just to add a little bit, we had the socks, and the UK Diabetes Association asked us if they could do a trial with their patients and all that. They loved the socks, because I never realized that the diabetes was a painful thing.
Neuropathy, yeah.
Correct. And so the people would sleep with the socks on, and that would just give them the treatment while they're sleeping as well. But from that we developed a thing called a foot pad, which during the day they can put their feet on there, and it just seems to bring a lot more blood into down there, and it knocks out the pain from the diabetes. But the second thing we realized, the circulation you just mentioned, the foot pads and the socks do basically the circulation, where people get a lot more blood, especially if you're a lot older. It's a lot harder from the heart to bring up the blood down from your feet. That's why you see so many people, they're swelling up, and blood flow is something. It's important. Yes.
Okay. So when you put these electrodes to like the feet, I know some people are hairier than others. Do you have to shave off your the hair in order for the electrodes to stick, or
Well,
the
that
pads?
depends. If you're very hairy like a bear, then maybe yes. You have to.
I haven't done that yet. And
Yeah, we haven't experienced
Just
that yet.
saying.
Yeah.
yes, but that's why, especially if you're doing your feet and all that socks and the foot pads that we'll show you later on, work really great. And you are right. There's a lot of hairier people where, we've put the pads on their shoulders, and it does still work. I mean, obviously, it's a lot better if you can get it right on the skin. But the results, people still do get the results.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Mhm.
That's great. So what else you got?
Yep. Well,
You got the gloves.
foot
we got the
pad. You wanna
gloves,
do the foot pad
the
real
foot
quick?
pads,
Yeah.
and also there's a few other devices like the Pain Pod Lite,
Pain Pod Lite.
which is a smaller device.
More portable, so
Yep.
you can just take it with you in the car and wear it while you're just driving.
That's right.
All working.
Oh.
No wires, no nothing, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
No
great
wires
unit.
or
No,
anything.
yeah,
Is that
no,
battery
no.
operated or?
Yeah,
As well.
all the units are all rechargeable.
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 No
Oh, I
batteries
see, I
required,
see.
and
Okay.
most of the units will last 10 hours, close to 20 hours.
Yes, correct, yeah.
Here without any.
So
required
rechargeable
charging.
through a USB port?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
And it
okay.
only takes about 15 minutes to fully charge any one of the
Ah,
devices, and
nice.
off you go again. Can I just, with the
Yeah,
little, the light here, what we found when we designed this little guy here, we found obviously a lot of people got bad backs, and problems and that. We needed to get something where they could just put it on their back and go off to work and wear this, and they can actually have this on for an hour. It shuts itself off within an hour, and leave it on their back. And if the pain does come back, especially people who've got chronic back pain, if that comes back, they just press a button and set it off for another 60 minutes, 30 minutes or 60 minutes, and it's
Okay.
so portable. And the other part is it really works good on big muscles as well, like your calves as well. So if you're
Right.
getting cramping, you just put that around your leg. So no
nice.
wires.
Very good.
Yes.
You want to demo something?
Oh, absolutely. Are you ready to?
Oh my
to
God, I'm
ease
gonna
that
be the
pain
guinea
on
pig?
your back?
Oh, sure, why not?
yes.
Okay.
I will sacrifice myself. All right. So let's get you on you just show them what the
Yeah,
camera
sure.
is,
So
right?
this is the Pain Pod 4, the
Uh-huh.
latest generation.
Uh-huh.
And we're just going to put a couple of pads right here on the. Where are you having tense?
Right over here.
Right here and here.
Right, and more on the left, actually.
Okay, perfect.
Oh my goodness.
Just to mention, Pain Pod 4, that's the
let's
latest
see.
one.
Should I go the other one? The other way? So you can
Shall
see.
we go this way? Okay. So
Okay.
this we're gonna. You said your pain is right about here.
Right about there.
Okay, so we're gonna put one there, and then we're gonna put one on the other side here. It's about even. Put this a little bit here. There we go.
Okay.
And the pads, by the way, would last up to, anywhere from 50 to maybe even 100 applications.
Really?
If you wipe your skin and keep the covers on the pads, you'll get long usage out of them.
Okay. So what are you doing now?
Okay, so.
Ooh, I feel that.
That's right. So we're putting it on one of the most popular modes. It's mode 10, which is one of the modes that cycles the 10 different.
Correct. Combination. Yeah, combination
Uh-huh.
mode. Hmm.
And so now you'll start to feel some pulses, and each
Yes,
one
I
will
do.
change. Will be slightly different, and it'll just start. Right now, it's telling your brain to send more blood and oxygen to this region, and it's going to be healing your muscles and also loosening them up. So again, we're going to go on 1. Now this is intensity 2, and it goes up to 20.
Oh, okay.
So-
We're not going to do that to you
No,
tonight,
no, you're
Doris.
not
We
gonna
love
do-
you.
No.
Yes.
No, I feel that. I really do. I feel
Yeah.
the vibration and the tingling.
And
So,
the most effective intensity level is, if you go up a little bit higher to where, that's really a strong pulse, and then you back it down 1. And that's the
Ah.
perfect level to where it's really massaging and being effective. So,
So
I'll let you-
see everyone. This is the how
The
do you
Pain
call
Pod
it? The
4.
Pain Pod 4.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we're going to ask you for your own opinion after about 10 minutes or
Okay.
whatever, because you should you should notice a difference within 10 minutes.
Okay.
And
All right.
what we normally prefer, it's kind of like when you take antibiotics,
Mm-hmm.
they tell you, you got to take them for 10 days. If you've got any kind of pain or anything that's going on, we recommend that you use the pain pod first 10 days every single day, maybe morning and afternoon if time is available to you, but 30 minutes to an hour is great, so twice a day. And what we find, people usually do them in the morning while they're having breakfast. They'll put it on for their 30 minutes, and then when they come home, they're watching the news or whatever they're watching, put it on for another 30 minutes, and it's amazing the results we get. Like I said, we've got hundreds, thousands of testimonies from people who just love the pain pod.
Yeah, and you actually have started selling this or going to different organizations here, and
Yes.
it looks like they're selling like hotcakes,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
They
We sold
the rehab.
a bunch of units to the rehab center. What is it?
Sunshine, what was the name?
Miriam
Miriam.
in Odessa. I'll think of the
name of the-
rehab center.
the
But
rehab.
we've also sold a lot of units to nurses,
To healthcare workers?
healthcare workers at UNLV, UMC. I'm sorry,
uh-huh.
UMC. One fantastic example of how the pain pod has helped somebody is one of the head nurses at the hospitals here. She was taking anywhere from 500 to 800 milligrams of ibuprofen on a daily basis, and she's been using
Yes.
the pain pod for the last month, and she hasn't needed to take any medication.
Wow.
And she uses it every day on a low setting, and it just takes care of her back pain. And now she says it's her best friend.
Yeah.
It helps her.
Well,
And Doris-
healthcare workers we lift a lot, we do a lot of all kinds of stuff. So I'm glad that it helps. So, what are are TENS units or?
Can I
Did you
ju-
have? Yeah,
I
sure.
was just to add on to that, that's just one of so many stories. Again, we've been doing this for 14 years in Australia, and we decided to bring it to the US. And it's amazing how many people have actually got off hardcore
Drugs,
prescription
meds.
drugs,
Yeah,
correct,
prescription
yes.
drugs.
And the other part you're asking about, where else do we market them? I almost forgot. We do Nellis Air Force Base, and we
Uh-huh.
work with the military.
Oh.
So we've been to many of their bases or posts, as they call them, throughout the States, and a lot of the veterans just love our products. And if you need any more information, you can get that all on the website. But it really is a big market for us because obviously the military, bad knees, bad backs, and it just helps them
It
deal
helps
with
a
that.
lot.
Correct. Yes.
Good. I'm glad you brought that in there.
Thank you.
So I know TENS units have some recommendations for some conditions wherein you cannot use the TENS unit. How about the pain pods? Are there any contraindications?
That
or-
would be the same with the pain
Be the
pod.
same?
Because yes, because we have TENS inside as well with the EMS.
Mm-hmm.
And look, people with pacemakers should talk to their doctors.
Mm-hmm.
And there is some doctors that say yes, you can use it. Others will say you cannot. There's been over 10 million of these devices sold in the last 15 years. So
Wow.
I know a few of those have got pacemakers and they do use them, but basically you need to ask your doctor first. So,
Correct.
and epilepsy, the same thing. We just get you to talk to your doctor and let him tell you whether you can use it.
Yes, of course.
Many
Pregnant women, maybe?
women, if you're pregnant, you cannot use it till the last trimester. And what we find in Australia, it's a big thing. A lot of them have been using the pain pods and not taking any other drugs, just to do deliver their babies with just the pain pod. And it kind of doubles up, and they can actually put the belt and the pads on their tummy, and it starts tightening up those muscles that were already stretched or loosened up. And so a lot of the ladies love it.
That's good. That's good. So, are there any potential side effects of these units?
You can't overuse them. No, I mean you can. No, there isn't any.
Do you have any? Are they like the older TENS units? They had like burn marks, maybe. This one doesn't, or skin irritation.
No. Okay. People in their 80s, because their skin is lighter, the pads could irritate them. So that's why we usually try and tell people about 15 minutes on that spot, and then just move the pads. That wouldn't burn, but you could just see a red mark on there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot better just to keep moving the pads around.
Does it? Can it have like muscle twitchings, maybe? Or muscle pain?
No, I'm not sure if I understand the question. Muscle twitching, because it does twitches the muscle.
It does twitches the muscle. So
that's the whole idea.
Yeah, I'm talking about the potential side effects of a TENS unit as compared to your product. So nerve damage. Have you seen any of those? No.
No. In fact, if you've got any nerve damage. I'm one of them, but you do use it. That's why the TENS stands for Transcutaneous Electronic Nerve Stimulator. So if your nerve is damaged, the TENS or the pain pod will actually stimulate that nerve, and it can actually repair it, make the nerve work normal, where you don't feel those shooting pains. For example, I had a shot in the bum, and the nurse kind of somehow hit something in there, and I started getting this shooting pain down my leg, which is like a sciatica, and it just wouldn't go away. And I started using the pain pod, and it took about 3 or 4 days before that shooting pain went away, and that numbness that goes up and down your leg. And I haven't, it's been nearly 3 months since I've even used it. So yeah.
Okay. Well, would somebody develop a tolerance to these, or no?
To the TENS,
To
they
the
did.
to the
but
TENS, yes.
They
How
can't
about-
to this, because again, it works with the central nervous system. So by tricking the brain, it'll always close the pain gate. So every time it closes the pain gate, you feel no pain, and that's why it's so good. People will say, how can this device help your back, your knees, your migraines, or whatever? Think about it like this: your pain gate is closed with and you don't feel any pain. So if you might have had a sore wrist, but you're using the pain for your back, your wrist actually feels a lot better as well, because you just don't feel that pain.
Very good, very good. Okay, well, this really feels good.
It is. It's
It feels
massaging
good.
you.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. So, how can someone contact you then if they need to avail themselves of this unit, Alden?
Yeah, sure. It's you can visit painpodusa.com. For the PHLV listeners, absolutely, we can give 30% off of all products store-wide. And we'll give 10% to charities, to programs that elevate less fortunate kids in the Philippines or here in the U.S. So, yeah, absolutely. We'll I believe the promo code is PHLV, right?
That is correct. Yes.
30% off store-wide.
So if you go on the website and choose whichever product, we have a range of products. Choose whichever one you want, put in the promo code of PHLV, and that would automatically give you a 30% discount.
Okay, narinig niyo po yon. For this week, merong promo code for the PHLV radio listeners. Go to the website of painpodusa.com. And if you purchase their products, meron po kayong 30% discount. How about that for this whole week? Yay! Get busy. Let's do it. You guys can do it.
And
so
10%
thank you
goes
for that.
to charity.
And
Yeah,
10% goes to
yeah,
charity, so you're
absolutely.
helping the community and charity. I know you're
Absolutely.
involved with some other charities, and you too as well, Tom.
Correct,
So
correct.
thank you
Yes.
for that.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, there you go. So, what is your message, final message to the
for
community? Let's
Yeah,
start
sure.
with you, Alden.
You know, you have to try out Pain Pod. If you have a family member that's suffering from pain, and are taking too much pain medication, you know, this is an amazing device that can really provide pain relief, and not have all the negative side effects of taking too much pain medication. You know, and Pain Pod is an amazing company that you know, gives back to the community. We provide we have an amazing affiliated program to where we get organizations to be part of it, and we give their members a discount, and as like we just discussed with PHLV,
HLV. Yeah.
you know, we give back to the community, and that's why Tom and I really connected well, and because he has a big heart to help kids around the world, and so do I. So,
Thank you.
but yeah, it's again a drug-free solution to pain management. and
Absolutely.
it's
And-
amazing.
Just to add, look,
Yes, of course.
I found out of all the years that we've been doing this business that, some people are skeptical, they're like,
Mm-hmm.
will this work or whatever. I've tried 10 devices and it hasn't helped me, whatever. We've come up with a 90-day money-back program where we want you to try the Pain Pod. You might have tried all the other devices and you might
Okay.
not got results. And we find many people, once they've tried the Pain Pod, they get results.
Okay.
So if you're one of those who's skeptical, try a Pain Pod. And if you don't see no difference in 90 days, 100% money back guarantee. And I believe we're the only ones who are doing that. Some people do a week or two. I think I might have heard it was 30 days, sorry. That's on a TENS device. But we do 90 days because, look, I don't want you to spend money on something that's not
Of
going to help
course.
you. I've spent a ton of money on different things. And so as a owner of the company, I just want to help people.
That's so good.
So you got nothing to lose but the
Yeah,
pain.
nothing to lose. Right. Well, thank you very much for that. And again, I repeat, if you want to avail yourselves of these products, go to painpodusa.com,
That's correct.
and you can check them out.
Yes.
So, well, gentlemen, that was very, very interesting. Thank you very much, Mr. Tom Ivascanin.
Thank you so much, Doris.
And Mr. Alden Crowley for gracing our program today and showing us your products. So this feels good.
It was excellent. Oh,
So-
may I say one more thing?
Sure.
Tom has agreed to donate a few hundred units to different organizations that have missions to the Philippines. So
Oh,
if
wow.
anybody has an upcoming mission to the Philippines and would like to take some of these Pain Pod units there to help, less fortunate families there who are suffering from pain, please reach out to us. We'd love to collaborate with you, and it's all about giving back. That's what it's all
That
about.
is wonderful news because we do have a few missions that are happening here, and they actually leave for the Philippines at least once a year, and strategic places where they go to give their missions, do surgical stuff or medical missions and things like that. So thank you so much for that. Appreciate that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you again. And to our listeners and followers, Philippine NARS and PHLV Radio do not endorse particular products, but we are simply showing you what is available out there, and you will have to make your own decisions. So, we also leave you with this. The research on using a TENS unit for pain relief has so far yielded variable results. Some research suggests that TENS treatment can relieve pain, but this may be dependent on certain factors, such as the affected area of the body and the treatment intensity. So you need to know these factors if you're going to use one, and especially the difference between a TENS unit and the Pain Pods unit, which includes the EMS factor. So most people can use a TENS unit safely and will experience very few side effects. But it is best to speak with your doctor before trying any unit as an alternative treatment or in combination with other methods of pain management. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you for giving us the privilege of your time. This is Doris Bauer, your Philippine Nurse host, signing off for now.
The Philippine Nurses Association of Nevada has just brought you Philippine Nurse, news and features about the Filipino American nursing community and beyond on PHLV Radio.